This video is mainly about OpenAI Codex, but before we start, let me first. Here is the latest AI trend. Big AI companies are moving in two directions, like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and tools like Codex on the left. In the middle is Claude Code, and on the right is Google's product Antigravity. You can see the trend now. These three tools look very similar. General AI tools and developer AI tools used to be two separate tracks, but by May 2026, they seem to be merging. For example, Claude, which is the one in the middle, is actually a desktop app. It brings Claude Code, and computer use into one desktop app. On the Codex side, meaning OpenAI, they have also said clearly that ChatGPT and Codex will gradually come together. Some Codex users can already control it through ChatGPT. At Google I/O, they also announced Gemini Spark, which looks like a similar kind of product. It is similar to AI agents like Manus or Claude Code. Based on the promo video, we only have limited information, but from the overall design, it looks quite similar to Claude Code. So you may ask, with so many AI agents, which one is good? 6 things matter. First, browser control. Second, connecting to your daily communication tools like WhatsApp or emailing your AI agent. Third, and most importantly, it should connect by API to the software your company uses, such as Google Drive, Dropbox, or your CRM. Fourth, today's AI agents must support skills. Fifth, they should even be able to control files on your computer. We call this. Sixth is computer use. Some agents also give you a virtual computer like Zoe Computer and Manus. That matters for safety because agents can have high permissions. They may install apps, remove apps, or delete files, so it is safer to let them work inside a cloud computer. Even if it breaks something, it is not your everyday computer. Next, I will use this framework to analyze Codex. First, let's test its browser ability. To use these features, go to Settings, then Browser, and make sure this option is turned on. You can also turn on computer use because we will test that later as well. After enabling it, return to Chat, tab plus, then Plugins. I asked the browser tool to open iHerb Singapore and find the cheapest probiotic. On the right, you can see it moving the browser. Now, it is clicking into the site and working through the page. Codex opens its own browser on the right and checks the Singapore site with prices in Singapore dollars. That is not me. It is controlling it now. Now it is trying. To sort the prices from cheapest first. Here it says there are over 80 probiotic results, and the cheapest it sees for now is 6.85. It seems to be using different ways to find the cheapest one. Then it shows a result and says the cheapest is. It shows 6.1 and a link, which opens in my browser. If you have watched my other testing videos, I have tried different tools to control browsers and do tasks. Among the tools I have tested, Codex is one of the fastest at moving around the browser. There are two browser modes, Codex browser and Google Chrome control. What is the advantage of that? I am logged into iHerb in Google Chrome. Then I start a new chat and use the Google Chrome plugin. Now I go back to settings and prepare the Chrome computer use option. As I mentioned, Computer use can control one app on my computer. On a Mac, it can control more apps. On my PC demo, it only supports the Google Chrome desktop app. This time I choose Chrome instead of browser. Then I tell it, go into my iHerb account and check when my latest order will arrive. Then I send it. At first, it still uses its own browser, so I tell it more clearly. Use my Google Chrome. Now it opens my Google Chrome and immediately goes to the orders page. It finds this order. It says delivered, but also shows a receipt. I ordered it but never actually received it. Yesterday I reported it missing, so they resent it. Codex noticed the redelivery without me saying it. May 23. So by now you understand two principles. Browser use means using Codex's built-in browser. It can also use computer use to control a desktop app on my computer. Here, Google Chrome. Both can control browsers. For company ERP access, if your ERP or CRM needs login, you need computer use. For company CRM, it works if your browser is logged in. I do not have channels yet, but some US users, you can control Codex from ChatGPT and access files remotely. File control is simple. Start a chat, click Add Workspace, then choose an existing folder. That means selecting an existing folder on your computer. Here I choose a folder called Receipts. You can see inside this Receipts folder, there are two receipts. What I need is to put the receipt data into my Google Sheet. When done, move both receipts to Done. I am testing two things. First, computer use. Second, API connection to Google Drive. To connect third-party tools in Codex, click Plugins at the top left. Codex already has. Google Drive built-in. Just select it, then click Add to Codex at the top right. This Google Drive integration includes many functions. Besides finding files in Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides are included. Now I select my Receipts folder. Now this is the Google Sheet. Where receipt data goes, I copy the Google Sheet link and paste it into Codex. I ask it to add receipts to this Google Sheet, then move them. The speed is good. Both receipts are already inside Codex. It says it is checking Google Sheets columns before entering the data. Date and total. This part is smart. It saw I had tested this taxi receipt before, so it detected repeats. Then it checked the restaurant receipt too. It checked whether that one had appeared before. But when it tried to write the data, it ran into a problem. This is something to watch out for. Codex's Google Drive tool cannot write data yet. So I use another tool to connect Google Drive. That tool is called Composio. In this test, it tried two ways. Both failed. First was Codex's Google Drive, but the permission was not enough. Then it used my other tool to connect Google Drive, but that also failed. And you can see it has already used up my Codex quota, so I need to wait another 2 hours before using it again. To check your Codex quota, go to Settings, then Usage Remaining. It is shown there. Now I have 0% left. Codex uses my existing quota paid ChatGPT account. When quota runs out, it stops. It does not keep spending. Codex scores 5 out of 6. Still missing. Its own virtual machine and its API connection workflow is still not very smooth. Overall, the experience is not as smooth as Manus or Soul Computer, but I believe it will keep improving. In June, we have beginner and advanced courses. Beginners get 80% CEF support. This course is designed for flexible, online, and in-person learning. The CEF course starts on the evening of June 10. Students in the first class need to finish the lesson before applying for the subsidy signature. On June 13, we have an AI agent workshop. In that workshop, we mainly teach Manus because, as you saw from this test, I have tried many AI agent tools. For user experience, Manus is currently the best, but in class, we practice with Manus. Once you understand the ideas, you can apply the same ideas to any AI agent tool. If you have joined any of our past workshops, if you join a 3-hour class, you get a discount for this workshop. Message us. Message our Facebook inbox, or click the links below the video. See you next time.